barge?
Hang on. Staring at it was beside the barge, up about 80 metres, 100 metres. And I'm creeping into the water and everyone's looking at me. I'm kind of going, yeah, you know, you guys kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not going to swim and pretend I'm swimming. And as I start, just release the piss. And you know what it's like when you get in the water. Sometimes it's like so cold that you kind of have to go, relax, get it out there. This kid comes running over to me at that moment. Mister, can you get out? The skydiver's coming. Like fucking, so they cleared the beach. I just walked in to take a piss.
What is that good
at that moment? And I couldn't really leave. I'd been busting for so long. It was like a really long piss at your festival, Buskers by the Creek. Get there this year, October. What date?
You haven't answered my question though. What do I do on the barge this year?
It's got everything.
Come on, tell me. Give me some ideas.
I can just keep it going. You know, there was nothing wrong with doing backflips on fire off a half pipe. I think that was a great bit of entertainment. And if the riders build off that, it was the first half pipe in Australia on the water.
Yeah, but have we already done it? Do it again? No. Or
I see nothing wrong with it.
You're talking about Todd
Waters, yeah.
Doing what's he doing? Wheelies over the river.
Yeah, you can.
I would love that.
The bottom of a dirt bike has like a skid plate, like a bit of metal, just this tiny little bit like this. And if you go so fast and so flat that you can actually go and cross. You know, they've crossed like hundreds of, maybe 800 meters. It would be. He'd probably just make it. It would be not only would it be a Gold Coast first that no one has ever crossed the Currumbin Creek on a dirt bike, which is, by the way, like the place for riding bikes. Like, you know, it's part of who we are.
Back in October, and
he's a bit of a kid.
It would bring a crowd like no one else. Like,
well, I noticed the crowd when we had the half pipe in the water. The crowd were very different to when we didn't. Like it brought the skaters.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of community, the surfers and the skaters.
Yeah.
And the BMX guys. Whereas last year was a circus and it brought the Moolumba, know, hippies.
Yeah.
So very different crowds. So I don't know what to do though.
I know.
Well, what crowd do you want?
Everyone. I don't.
Well, why don't you do all of them?
Come on. Seriously. How much money do you think we have?
Yeah, but and your problem, Cindy, is naturally you want to better it the last time.
Yeah.
You want to top the last time, and yeah, of course you do. So but at the same time,
no one saw the floating circus though, like because it poured with rain. It didn't actually go ahead, so I'm like, because this year's theme is Carnival, Brazilian, heaps of Brazilian hotties running around with feathers and colour. So the circus could work quite well.
Brazilians are always good. They're cute.
Jiu-jitsu.
We
set up a really boring jiu-jitsu.
Boring. Maybe if they're naked.
I know some people who'd like it. Yeah. So we were in Japan only a couple of weeks ago, and my wife and I went to a Japanese MMA gym, and they had a jiu-jitsu class on Tuesdays at a certain time. And we went there, and it was just cool. It was unreal. That's another sort of story. But something happened where my wife's rolling with the coach, and it's rolling. You got 5 minutes of actual fighting.
Was he hot?
Probably in Japan, as far as I know.
Fabio.
No, But she did this thing where she's got him in side control sort of thing, and which means he's on his back on the ground looking up at the roof. Kaori's got him by the side, and she did something we've kind of all learnt lately is where you throw your leg over someone's head, and basically your asshole is in their face. But she did it as a legitimate move, but we didn't even know these guys. We showed up, but it's just something funny.
But her ass is
maybe
cute,
for you.
So
she's wearing a gi and all that.
She probably didn't even think twice about it.
She's got a great ass. It's been liked 1,300 times on Instagram.
She probably didn't even think twice about it. You're the one who's thinking.
Oh no, we spoke about it. It was like, was that rude to do? To go all the way to Japan, do some jiu-jitsu, and stick your ass in someone's face. Fucking hell. Hey, Azza. Count the times that I say something.
Asa who's never been with
and there's
a
an
man.
awkward silence
Oh,
at
it
the end.
just said Asa who's never been with a man, woman.
And that.
I hope you've never been with a man.
Oh, now look who's sexist.
What?
Now look who's...
Look, can I just tell a story? My girlfriend just
He'd make a
found
great
out.
bear. Look at that
No,
beard.
wait, you got to hear this
Hey?
story.
He's my teddy bear.
Put him in some leather chaps. Look at that beard.
I have to tell this story. My girlfriend just found out she's been dating this guy. See, dating apps.
See, yeah, because they've all got personality
She's
disorders.
been dating him for like 5 months, head over heels. And she thought he was seeing someone else. And she's like, I'm going to do a bit of a stalking night. She's like, wonder what she looks like. Wonder who she is. Long story short, turns out it's a guy.
Whoa.
Oh.
Someone really close. Someone I would know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. You don't mind, you know.
Wow. Hey, Brendan, where are you from again?
From Sydney.
From Sydney?
Sydney.
What town? What's it? Where?
Have you just moved here as well?
Balcombe Hills.
What?
12 months ago.
Ah.
Balcombe Hills, where's that near?
Oh, it's like
I know where that is.
Oh, yeah.
My ex-husband's from Balcombe Hills. David's whole family.
Is his name?
No way.
That's where we used to go.
He's got hair and a thing. Do you know him? Is that right? Well, that's a coincidence.
Yeah, same suburb.
Well, okay,
Yarra.
what's
And
the
what do
local
you do
shops down
again?
there?
What, you're a carpenter.
I need a bit of
Yes.
carpentry work
Oh,
done.
here we go.
I think Cindy's got this thing for Brendan.
Bit of routing.
I think there's something like fireworks going.
We're talking about.
I do.
Hey, what's the shops to go to in Balcombe Hills?
I know the Vietnamese bakery.
Hang on, say again. What is
The
it?
Vietnamese bakery.
Yeah?
Hand up.
Do you know that?
I know the answer.
no.
I don't know what street it's on. I'm talking.
No, I'm trying to hear him. What
I'm talking 15 years.
How's
ago.
it? So on the Gold Coast, we'll go to the Pines in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So what's your shops down there in Balcombe Hills?
Castle Towers.
Castle Towers. Come on down.
Castle Towers. Is that anywhere near Castle Hill? It is? My brother used to live in Castle because he was in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
And that's the Navy barracks.
Yeah, no,
That,
it's a pretty big shop.
yeah.
Okay. Well, what I was getting with this...
Any more questions for the poor guys?
Well,
who's
he's
over
just come
there?
from a city which has, 22 million people? Sydney City?
No, Australia has
Oh, shit,
26.
yeah. Okay. Was it like
You know, our whole
8 million people in Sydney? Oh, come on.
our whole country's
No.
population will fit into Beijing. Our whole. Does everyone know this?
Yeah, but we've never
Our
been to
whole
Beijing, so it doesn't really mean
I
anything.
have been to Beijing.
Oh, look
I
at
went
you,
to
buddy.
Beijing and flew out of Shanghai and backpacked. It's massive.
I just went to Japan. Get some...
Aaron
How's
just came back from
that?
Adelaide.
Fuck you.
Aaron's from Townsville. What I was getting at...
I would have thought
right,
Mackay.
is that we were just talking about someone who's been looking up another like a bloke, potentially a gay thing happening with someone that Cindy knows, potentially. We don't know. What I worked out after moving from Sydney to the Gold Coast years ago is that after only 4 or 5 years, you work out everyone knows everyone you know somehow.
yeah.
It's like a big country town here. It's only 500,000 people, right?
Small town with the conveniences of the city.
So did
Yeah.
your ex and the kids move here as well, or?
We all moved up here together.
Yeah, right.
So she could be closer to her family and friends, and then split up like a couple months.
Right now, no one can hear what he's talking, so we've got to either
Right.
narrate this bit or you know what I'm saying?
Will that work?
We don't need to reveal the man's personal life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, no, we
and I
don't.
don't mean that in a rude way.
No,
I'm
we
just being like, you know, this show has
I was
listeners.
just interested, okay?
Oh.
So much better than Sydney.
It's so much better. Yeah, man. I love
much
Sydney.
better.
I love the action of it all, but at the end of the day, far out. Find me somewhere better than the Gold Coast. You know what? I see
Yeah.
bikinis almost every day on the way to work. That's something. When I worked in Brisbane and I had to drive a truck to Toowoomba, and you go to Toowoomba, and even in summer, people are wearing like full-length farmers flannelette and jeans and beards and cowboy boots. You shit. I was like, far out. When I woke up this morning, I drove down through Palm Beach and saw a bikinied ass and like a beautiful. Everyone's free and happy. and just gets more and more miserable the more you drive away from to me, that's a great thing.
I'm
I'm not being
Coast.
a creep, Rika. I'm not being like a... It's just, to me, like wow. To think people go on holidays to the Gold Coast. And we're here... it's always 20 degrees.
I totally agree with you because and it is the prettiest city.
I don't know.
I know of.
Have you been to Prague?
No.
I mean, I love Gold Coast, but I'm not Gold Coast.
No, I'm not talking just scenery though. I'm talking like the people. Like I think, because I've been to a lot of places within Australia, and I've been to.
Have you been to Gundagai,
No, but the Gold Coast, and I know like a lot of it might be fake, but people on the Gold Coast do. They do, like they present themselves really
I met a stripper
well.
yesterday. Yeah. Talking about fake, that just got my mind into meeting the stripper on the side of the road. As Cindy does, I go, hey, you must be a stripper. No filter Cindy, as you call me. Yeah. I was just intrigued where she was heading. Yeah, girl. You talk about fake, man. I've never seen so fake. Everything was fake. Her hair to her nails to her eyelashes to her fucking cheeks.
But did she overdo it? Because I find that a lot of people on the Gold Coast don't. I think they've all got really good plastic
She said,
surgeons.
no, this is the thing. She said she went to a party and got it all done. There was 30 girls, friends of hers.
Wow, I've heard about these.
Yeah, and there was a surgeon there, you have to be a nurse, I think, to inject.
Yeah.
There was a surgeon, every person lined up for 30 girls, and you go to these house parties, and they all get injected. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. That's all right.
A girl I went to high school with does that. Like, she does
Okay, I want raise of hands here as a man. Do you find that sexy? I thought she was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Because she had the lips out here.
Oh, no.
And she had
I'd smash her, but I wouldn't,
No, but what about that show?
She wouldn't be my girlfriend.
Bachelor in Paradise. Because they're all like big fat lips and boobs and...
Like yours? Girls?
My boobs are real. They aren't
fake. More... hey.
They are. Nothing wrong with my boobs. They're just a bit old.
High five.
Just a bit old.
Can I get a... the thing is, when I see all that work done, I think of the... it's just like cigarettes. There's something not... there's something...
that's bullshit.
I'm not, I don't mean it like what you think. More like there's the pure girl in there somewhere, and everything else is just the shit that you have to deal with. You know,
you guys love fake tits. Like, you guys love tits no matter what. You do. Sorry, yeah. It's like whether they're fake
100%. If I can feel them, they're real. No. Yeah, no. I mean, like all the lip stuff and all the...
Azza over there is loving this conversation.
Yeah, all the lip stuff and stuff, that's very distracting. And if you were to go, come on, honey, let's go, and she just came home from the place, and you go, oh fuck, we're going out.
Imagine how much that'd cost you a year to have a woman like
stuff,
that.
Yeah.
You only get boobs once.
And so men know other men. Like, if your lady is like dressing in a really sexy way, good for her. But at the same time, you know that other men instantly can't even help themselves to just look like, just have a glance at something that's just walked in and go, wow.
If she's not smoking.
But
I just heard something great this week.
Yes, tell us.
Okay, this is actually why all the other animals in the world, when they start to ovulate, they're having babies.
What the fuck are we talking about animals and ovulation
for? This is very interesting to me. Okay, tell me this, right? All the other animals, even...
This is not normally how a podcast ends up.
Of course it is. It is, every time. It's
only because you've got an audience.
When chimpanzees and stuff, they'll actually grow breasts, get boobs, but they go away, right? Why do you think... Well, the theory is, from scientists, why women always have boobs is because it's to stop getting raped. Like the old days...
And that worked, didn't it?
No, to always appear like you're you never know when you're actually ovulating and all that sort of stuff.
I think I know what you're saying. So from like, if you
That's
just looked
the theory,
at humans,
not my theory.
if we just looked at humans as mammals,
Yes,
because male
on the Discovery Channel,
because males will only fuck